313watkins.com. Streaming on Roku.
Wouldn't have to go anywhere because this is the Talk Beat Jones, and
all right. This is the Talk Beat Jones. I am Billy E. Jones. I want to thank you very much for joining us today. We got a wonderful special guest today. And remember, Talk Beat Jones, we're on there every Wednesday from 10 to 11. And on a Sunday, you can watch the program on 15.2. That's 15.2 from 4 to 5 p.m. on a Sunday. That's 15.2. Family, you can also go to that YouTube, TV33 on demand, and you can pick us up at any given time for years and years and years. That's TV33 on demand. You can watch the program again so that you tell your friends if they missed the program, they can go to that YouTube channel and pick up the show. But today, I'm going to do this for you. I'm going to give you some more channels in which we are broadcasting on. You can go to 313watkins.com. You can go to radioucansee.com, radiowecansee.com, and WHPRTV.com. You can go to that R.J. Watkins Facebook. You go to the page that has that red and white, not the black, that red and white, and you can watch the program as well. Family from around the world, you got friends from around the world, you can let them know they can pick us up on that Roku box from around the world. Give them a chance to watch the program. And I see we have it on, let's see, how about that Fire Stick? How about the Apple TV? And what is that? Ooh, iPhone. So again, family, all the programs, areas that you can watch the show, tell your friends, love us, share us, and again, every Wednesday live, we're right here on from 10 to 11, and you can watch us live right here. I am Billy E. Jones. Again, I got a special guest, and my guest today is, sir, would you come in and let us know your name and who you are and what you're about? Because I'm excited, and I want the folks to be excited about learning who you are, because I met this gentleman, and he's so important that right here in Detroit, Highland Park, and you need to know this man yourself. Sir, would you come in and introduce yourself?
Good morning, everybody. My name is Bill Wellborn, and I'm a member of the Detroit Chapter, Inc. of the Tuskegee Airmen. I've been a member for quite a while. I'm a retired Air Force, 32 years in the Air Force.
Hold up. Did you say that you also was in the Air Force yourself?
Yes, 32 years.
So you're a retired veteran?
Correct.
Wow. Okay, continue, please.
And the I don't want to retire when I retired. I got a chance to travel a lot.
Okay.
But
okay.
I came into service in 1948 after World War II. I came in during the time, I call it construction time, Reconstruction.
Right.
When the Air Force was going to be on its own, and President Truman was desegregating the military.
Right.
It was a time of mass confusion, but I had finished school, and I was supposed to go to Lockbourne Air Force Base, to the 100th Pursuit Squadron at Lockbourne Air Force Base, but they were deactivated, they were gone, so I was...
But let me ask you something real quickly. When you said President Roosevelt?
Truman.
Truman.
Yeah, Truman.
But before then, black men could not get in the Air Force. There was segregation.
Well, it was the Army Air Corps then. They had black people in there, but they wasn't pilots.
Mm-hmm.
The Tuskegee Airmen was the first, what they would call the Red Tails at first. They started, the first class started in 1940, July 16th, 1941.
Okay.
The first class had 13 people in the class.
Mm-hmm.
Only 5 graduated.
But now, of those folks, you're speaking of folks who were college graduates, correct?
Not all.
There were some underclassmen,
There
but
was a few people that came into Tuskegee Airmen.
Mhm.
Like we had one here in Detroit, named, God, see me in a moment right now.
not a problem. Not a problem.
Harry Stewart.
Mm-hmm.
Harry Stewart came up out of high school
Oh,
and went in.
Okay.
But Harry Stewart was exceptional. And the Tuskegee had a lot of those guys were exceptional.
but so what I'm saying is that basically 3/4 of the men who were in that class were college graduates.
Correct.
Okay.
Now, the difference was the whites would come in right out of high school, they would train them.
Mm-hmm.
And they made it an extra effort to make sure that they passed. And the blacks had to work hard to do it.
Yes.
And that's why they were so good when they got into action.
Mm-hmm.
They trained hard, and they would find everywhere in the world to make sure that they didn't make it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Their first class that graduated, like I said, they had had 13 people in it,
Right. Right.
and only 5 graduated.
Wow. Didn't
Now,
realize that.
Yeah, it wasn't because of racial prejudice. If you couldn't hack it, you just couldn't make it, that's all.
But now, when you say couldn't hack it, if the white folks at that time was doing everything to break them, can you kind of elaborate further on the difficulty? Because it wasn't just in the training, but, and again, I'm speaking from just hearing what you're saying, that if people are doing extraordinary things to make it very difficult for you to concentrate and for you to retain your training ethics, would that also interfere with your personality to cope?
Well, with the white pilots, when the black pilots couldn't make it, they phased out.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. They didn't get a second chance.
They get second chances.
The whites got a lot of them got second chances.
Okay.
Which to me, it's just wrong.
Mm-hmm.
And if you can't make it, the blacks were out.
Right. Right.
And a lot of those guys that came down there didn't make it.
Mm-hmm.
They would still be in the service, but they make them an enlisted man.
Okay.
And, it's a difference between being an officer and a pilot and enlisted.
Okay.
Like me, I was enlisted,
Mm-hmm.
but I rose to the highest rank you can go, and I had to,
Excuse me, did you say you rose to the highest rank that you could go?
as an enlisted man.
Okay.
And that's, it gives you a little bit of power.
Explain the different ranks there real quickly.
Okay, the enlisted man was his rank on his sleeves.
Mm-hmm.
Officers wear it on their collars.
Okay.
They wear, you got second lieutenant, first lieutenant, captain, major, lieutenant colonel, and colonel, and
Okay.
up.
Mm-hmm.
And listed ranks, you got airmen, you got NCOs, and the highest rank you can go is chief master sergeant.
Okay.
The chief, they call them little generals. They're supposed to know everything.
Okay.
They don't, but they're supposed to know everything. But they've been in it a long time. They've seen everything. They know what's going on. And a lot of people, I had a general one time tell me, you give me a good NCO and I can rule the world.
Okay.
And that's where someone felt
Mm-hmm.
like that.
Okay.
Now, with the Tuskegee Airmen, everybody was good because the mechanics was the best. They would take old aircrafts and work on them and make them just like brand new. Because the Tuskegee Airmen got the junk.
They got the second hand, which was a
Correct.
P40s, 14.
Yeah, P-40s and the Cobras and stuff like that. The main aircraft was the P-51.
And those planes that you're speaking of, those planes were hard to maneuver. Is that somewhat correct?
Correct. They were hard to fly. They were old, outdated. It wasn't until they got the P-51s when they really started to accelerate everything that
But-
they were doing.
But when they got the first deployment, they was deployed with those P40s,
Right. Hmm.
and the person that was in charge was not satisfied with the performance.
Well, not only him. It was all the white generals and everything. It was trying. The program was designed to fail. That's what it was
Yes,
designed to.
yes.
But instead of it failing, it became so good. It was outstanding. And the Tuskegee Airmen, when they were escorting bombers, they did a better job than anybody else in the military.
To bring some publicity or bring some clarity in terms of how they were viewed, President Roosevelt's wife took an aerial flight.
Yeah, with Chief Anderson down at Tuskegee.
Okay, tell us about that real quick.
She was a darling to the Tuskegee Airmen.
Okay,
And she went down to Tuskegee to see, she heard that different things about them. They couldn't do this, they couldn't do that, they couldn't fly. So Chief Anderson was the guy selected to train the Tuskegee Airmen. He had been with the Tuskegee Institute at the time.
okay,
And she came down there, and she said she wanted to go up with one of the guys. So Chief Anderson was the guy to take her up. Civil service people, they went crazy. You can't. Well, I don't want to say the word on TV.
yes, but we know it's
But
the N word.
Yeah, N word. But you can't go with him, blah blah this, and you can't trust him. So she said, "I'm going anyway."
Right.
She got in the aircraft. They went up for about a 45-minute ride.
Okay.
She came back down and said, "You fly just as or better than anybody else."
Okay. Yes.
Because Chief Anderson he was an excellent flyer,
Yes.
and he knew everything about flying. And she went back to Washington, told her husband, these guys are great.
Yes.
And she supported them the whole time that they were down there. She even helped raise money up in, I think it was Boston.
Okay.
She had this thing that she raised money for extra support for them, so they could have the best aircraft, the best of everything.
Okay. Okay.
They trained in Moulton Field, which is about, I say about 12 miles outside of Tuskegee.
Yes.
They had two fields. They had Moulton Field, then they had Tuskegee Field. Tuskegee Field was owned by a white guy. Now, that opened up later on, because the guy, when they first got down to Tuskegee, the guys that first got there, they didn't have a place to live, no place to sleep, anything.
Right. Right.
They had to come there and put up tents so they had a place to sleep in. And there's a few other things that happened down there. We used to have a guy in our chapter called Fred Henry. His name was Fred Henry.
Okay.
He told a story about the bus in Tuskegee going to and from Tuskegee. The bus would have the whites in the front and the blacks in the back. So one day it had a big storm, and it was one of those storms that was real bad. The bus had an accident, and a lot of whites got killed.
Wow.
So the next time he was on the bus, he was sitting in the front. So
Oh, he was going to sit in the front.
yeah, well they put the blacks in the front and moved the whites in the back of the bus.
They changed it.
Yeah, because the whites had got killed in the accident before, and they didn't want that to happen again. They would have the blacks get killed.
Okay.
And he used to tell the story all the time. And I found out that it was true
Right,
from
right.
what I found out down there. That's just some of the things they did.
Yes.
And like myself, I was stationed in Biloxi, Mississippi,
Okay.
back in the 40s.
Mm-hmm.
And it was hell.
Wow.
I mean, you couldn't do nothing. It was 7 of us from Detroit. And we used to all run around together.
Mm-hmm.
But if you walk down the street on the sidewalk and the whites come along, you got to supposed to move off the sidewalk.
Yes.
For them, let them by.
Yes.
Well, we're not moving.
Mm-hmm. Oh, y'all from Detroit. Y'all wasn't playing that. huh?
Yeah, we definitely didn't play that. We didn't know the rules anyway till later on.
Okay.
But if people had to tell you, you're supposed to move off the sidewalk. Well, you know better than I am.
Mm-hmm.
And most of the time, the guys were more intelligent than the people they were supposed to move off the
Right.
sidewalk for.
Mhm.
And, things happen. They get mad. The police come around. And the first thing they would say, "What's wrong with you, boy?" And you never say that.
Yes.
That's the worst thing you could have said then.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Because it was already bad down there.
Right. Right.
And, you get to argue with the police, and sometimes fights broke out.
Mm.
I know. And
Now, did you experience when you had to fight? Did they call the MPs, or did they have the MPs at that time? Was that for the Air Force? Was that military police?
yeah, they had them, but the blacks couldn't take their weapons to town.
Mm-hmm.
The whites could take their weapons to town.
Wow.
And that's just a form of segregation.
Mm-hmm.
In Biloxi, we had one block in the whole town. They had one movie. Everybody took in the front, go around to the back, climb up to the nosebleed section,
Mm-hmm.
and you sit there.
Right.
Hot, everything. I went to that movie twice. That was it.
Okay.
I didn't go anymore. We had a nice bar there. The bar was excellent.
Yes.
It was beautiful. But another thing was
Now, the bar was segregated, right? Or was it not
no,
segregated?
the bar was in the black block.
Oh, okay. Okay.
It wasn't segregated. People they would come in there every now and then, but you couldn't go in their bar, but they could come in your bar
Okay. Okay.
and just sit there. You have a few come in.
Mm-hmm.
The thing that really made us all mad was they had a record shop down there, and they had some of the best records in the world. And us as blacks, we spent a lot of time on the base, so we buy a lot of records.
Right. Mm-hmm.
You go in there, they won't let you in like little kids, one at a time.
Oh no.
And that's when you buy records, albums, you won't talk about it with your friends.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I'm a jazz fan, so they had Dave Brubeck, Jerry Mulligan, and Charlotte and the Bird, and
Yes.
and all of those,
Mhm.
and that's some of the best. Yeah, they won't let you in, so we got tired of that. We told them we're not coming back.
Mm-hmm.
After about a month, and they were out the base begging us to come back because they were losing money.
Right.
But
And if it's one at a time, when you're going through albums, it takes time for
That's
you to
right.
go through and look at the albums, not just the cover. You got to look and see what music is in there. We want to read things that's written on the album. It's not a rush job.
Correct.
So for those who are outside, it may take you hours to get in. Is that somewhat true? Somewhat maybe.
that's right. It takes time. You know what you want to buy, but you still read it, though, like you say.
Mm-hmm.
You talk it over
Right.
and make sure to try to. If you buy an album, if your friend's in the same building with you, then he don't need to buy the same album unless he just want it for himself.
Right.
But it was just a hard time down there. I remember we were swimming in the Gulf. Biloxi is right on the Gulf.
Right.
And this guy called the sheriff on us and said these
N-word. Mhm.
N-words were swimming in front of his house, and he wanted us removed.
Mm-hmm.
That's what the sheriff told us.
Right.
And his house was at over a quarter mile away. because in front of his house he had the highway going down to New Orleans.
Okay.
Big, well, it was a 3-lane,
But now, his house is a quarter-mile away,
over a quarter mile away.
and you guys are swimming in the Gulf, and he's complaining because you N-word folk is in their waters.
Right.
Oh,
And the water
wow.
swimming in front of his house. He wanted us removed.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
And so what happened when the authorities got there?
we had a big fight.
You don't mean a physical fight, you mean an
Yeah,
argument.
No, a physical fight. We fight with the police down there.
What?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Had a big fight.
Oh, you guys must have got in some big trouble then.
Yeah, we were. Well, you go to jail and see, you spend the whole weekend in jail.
Mm-hmm.
And on Monday morning, the base come and get you out because they can't keep you on, just on the weekend. 'Cause
Right.
You got to go back to work.
Right.
They need you to come to work.
So
And
now, am I hearing you saying that your home base, where you were stationed, after you guys have gotten into trouble just doing nothing but swimming in the Gulf, and as men standing up for yourselves,
Right.
would go to jail and have to stay in jail,
The
but
whole,
when
yeah,
when the weekend, that
whole-
Monday,
yeah, they come get
you
you
got
out.
the base would come in, so they knew where you were,
Yeah, they just about knew where you're at. Yeah.
but they're gonna let you spend that time in jail.
Well, yeah, the base commander, which was a 2-star general,
Okay.
he was born and raised in Gulfport, Mississippi, which is about 15 miles away.
Okay.
The guy I worked for
Mm-hmm.
was born and raised in Mississippi.
Okay.
In Gulfport.
Okay.
The first thing he said to me when I got down to Biloxi, it was at Keesler Air Force Base. The first thing he said to me, I don't like color folks. Now, I got to work
and
with
for
him.
folks who are listening to this right now, let's do this. We went through the name recognition in our racial background, folk, that we were called not just the N-word, but the offshoot of that word was we were called colored. When you went to put down your racial nationality, you put in colored. Is that correct, sir?
That's right.
Please continue.
You put, yeah, we were known as color folks.
Mm-hmm.
And at the time, I was the only black in the squadron. Well, we were all crew chiefs. I was the only black there.
Okay.
And had this girl from Brooklyn. She was a clerk. And she didn't believe in that stuff. You know?
Mhm.
And she would hug on me once in a while, every now and then. And he see that, he get red as fire. Well, he took it out on me.
Mm-hmm.
On the weekends, I have extra duty. I couldn't go anywhere.
Yes.
If something happened, I got into trouble. I just sign in every hour on the hour,
Mhm.
and you do that for the whole weekend.
Okay.
That's the way they can detain you and know where you're at.
Wow.
You don't get into trouble that way.
Mm-hmm.
But
The life in the military was reflection also across America.
just about, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Some of the bases like Selfridge. Selfridge was a base that was a racist base.
Okay.
Colonel Alexander Jefferson,
Mhm.
which was a pilot, and after the pilots get through training down at Moulton Field in Tuskegee,
Yes.
they would go out for advanced training, combat training.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And when Colonel Jefferson, he's from Detroit, came to Selfridge for advanced training, they gave them, they restricted them a lot of times to the base. They couldn't go anywhere. They gave them all kind of hard times,
Yes.
and it was just a fight. Like they say, they fought 2 wars.
Right. Right.
The war against segregation at home, and the war over in Italy, over in Germany.
Okay. Okay.
And they proved themselves to be the best around. And I don't say that just because I was in the service at that. That was before me, but I was part of it after the war, and they were the best. They
Yes.
lost less aircraft than anybody around.
Let's do this. If my memory serves me somewhat correct, and I'm listening to you, can correct me. In about 15 or 20,000 missions,
15,000.
15,000 missions, for folks say, well, the Tuskegee Airmen never lost any persons or any aircrafts.
That's a fallacy.
I believe they lost 26. Is that somewhat correct?
they lost 28 altogether.
28.
But-
And they also had about 86 pilots that went down and was captured as POWs.
Yeah,
somewhat.
68 altogether. They lost 68.
68.
Was killed.
But in that number, compared to what the white folks had, they lost over 60, 70 some aircrafts that they escorted.
They lost. They lost almost 800.
800.
Yeah.
My goodness. My goodness.
And what it is? See, when
We're going to have to, let's do this. Let's go to a commercial break. And family, please give them your name once again, please.
okay, Bill Wellborn,
And you served in the military for 33 years.
correct, in Korea and Vietnam.
And at this point right now, you are the chairman of the membership committee. We're going to talk about that when we come back as well, sir.
Okay.
Family, this is the Talk Beat Jones. Again, I am Billy E. Jones. Remember, we're on the air every Wednesday live from 10 to 11. And also, you can watch us on Sundays. That's right, on Sundays on 15.2 from 4 to 5 p.m. And don't forget, you can pick us up on that YouTube TV33 on demand. We'll be back shortly after these commercial announcements. And don't forget, send us that
anywhere because
Cash
this
App.
is the Talk Beat Jones, and
Feel good about your future with tuition-free programs at Wayne County Community College District. Whether you want to be in healthcare, computer science, the culinary arts, digital media, or robotics and automation for the next generation of vehicles, WCCCD has you covered. A full range of programs to achieve your goals, fit your schedule, and give you all the support you need to be successful. All of it tuition-free. Now there's something to feel good about. Register today at wcccd.edu.
I'm Wayne County Treasurer Eric Sabree. If you're behind on your property taxes, we have programs to help. You don't have to lose your house, and you don't have to pay all at once. This summer, our mobile unit will be visiting Wayne County communities to help make it easier to start a payment plan and keep your property. Go online or call to find the plan that's right for you and where you can get help from our mobile unit. The last thing I want is for anyone to lose their property to foreclosure. Make your payments every month and keep your property.
You're watching Detroit's own WHPR TV. Detroit Live.
Hi, this is Billy E. Jones, Talk Beat Jones. You can watch me 24 hours a day, 7 days a week on WHPR TV 33 Now app. Download our free app at WHPR TV Now.
Every Monday through Friday from 12 noon to 3 p.m., it's the Tavis Smiley Show. Distributed by R.J. Watkins Studios.
313watkins.com. Streaming on Roku.
have to go anywhere because this is the Talk Beat Jones, and
Talk Beat Jones once again. again, and I am Billy E. Jones. And once again, we're on the air every Wednesday from 10 a.m. until 11 a.m. And on a Sunday, you can pick us up on 15.2 from 4 to 5 p.m. You can also go to that YouTube TV33 on demand and see the different programs that we've had, put in what they call the can already for you, okay? Also, you can go to, let me give you some other channels real quickly. Tell your friends it's not too late. 313watkins.com, radiowecantsee.com, WHPRTV.com. You can go to R.J. Watkins' Facebook page. You go to the red and white. He has a lot of them, but the red and white one, that's the one you want. You can also tell your friends from around the world that Roku box will get them in from anywhere. That's why we say around the world on the Roku box. You can also go to that Fire Stick, that Apple TV, and your iPhone. Okay? So again, let your friends know about us. Let us share, love us, and don't forget, send in and take care of that Cash App for the station, please, okay? We're going to come back with our guest. Come back, Bill, and let them know who you are once again, please.
Bill Wellborn.
A 33-year veteran, and he's doing some marvelous, wonderful, great work. And just before I ask him about the work that the Tuskegee Airmen are doing here in the cities of Highland Park, Detroit, etc., for the young folk, Bill, tell us some of the titles that you also carry, that besides the being the chairman of the membership committee.
Oh, no, like you say, I'm chairman of the membership committee, and I'm the chair of the Speakers Bureau.
Mm-hmm.
And the Speakers Bureau is what we do. We go around at schools, business places, hospitals, universities. We even go out state, and we give speeches on the legacy of the Tuskegee Airmen.
Mm-hmm.
That's our main function.
Okay.
The
Now,
main-
go ahead.
The main thing is for us to keep the legacy alive,
Mm-hmm.
because if it dies, and a lot of people don't know about anything about the Tuskegee Airmen.
Yes.
What they went through, what they did.
Did the Tuskegee Airmen ever take students and show them the airplanes and how to deal with airplanes or the careers in dealing with airplanes, etc.?
Oh yeah, we do that at the city airport.
Please tell us about that program and how it worked.
Okay. Out to the Coleman A. Young Airport in Detroit, Michigan.
Mm-hmm.
Where we got our hangout there. Is, I think it's 14, 18, something like that, aircraft.
Mm-hmm.
Different kinds. And with these aircraft, we have 5 gliders out there.
Now, let us, for those who are like me, a little dark in terms of what happens in the skies. You say airplanes, and then you say gliders. Can you give us an understanding of what is the difference in those particular aircrafts?
Okay, a glider, when you're in a glider, you can just like a bird, just
Glide on
float
the
through there, glide
airways.
through there. You shut the motor off, and you just glide through there. You know, there's no sound, no nothing. You just glide. It's just a. If you ever seen an albatross,
Yes.
like an albatross or a hawk or eagle,
Yes.
they just glide through there. That's what the gliders are. The regular aircraft.
Now, wait. Now, on that gliding, do you have to find the airstream to be able to glide, or do you just cut it off and just glide from at any point in the sky?
No, I think you just cut the motor off because you're up about 1,200 to 1,500 feet
Mm-hmm.
anyway, and you can just glide for a little while. They let it glide for a little while. They don't do it that long
Okay.
because they have kids in there. You don't want to, and you don't want the kids to get scared.
Now, for again, why? What is the thrill of gliding with the engine off as opposed to just riding with the engine on?
I think it goes back to the old times when you just like to fly around, just like a bird.
Okay. Silent. Everything is silent around
right.
you.
It's just exciting.
Yes.
They got another system out the Air Force Academy out there, where they have gliders out there. The guys go up and they just float around the air for about an hour or so, maybe longer. I don't know. When I went out one time, I flew about an hour,
Mm-hmm.
and you glide around there. You can still talk to the control tower, but it's just exciting. I don't know.
Bill, to me, that sounds like you guys are what you call thrill seekers. Like people who jump off the cliffs.
Yeah, yeah. Everybody one guy said, "You guys just like Evel Knievel."
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Thrill seekers, man. Because,
and everything. But
I mean, I'd be up in the plane, the engine go, "Oh my God, what's going on here, Lord mercy! Oh, my prayers! Oh, I can't get to my knees because I'm strapped in the seat."
actually, that's the safest thing. That's safer than being on the ground. Those cars, they always crash, but aircraft is very few.
Okay.
Very few, because they. I know when I was in the service on active duty, and we have guys work on the aircraft. The guys say, "Well, I'm finished with this." No, you go back and check it again, make sure things are right.
Right.
They always double check,
Mm-hmm.
because we don't want any mistakes.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But then we got regular aircraft out there, Cessnas and so forth like that,
Okay.
that we use to fly kids around. We have a program called the Young Eagles.
That's it. Talk
And-
about that Young Eagles
Okay,
program.
the Young Eagles program is from April to October every year, and it's all of the states, and it's 8 to 17. These kids can call in and register, and they get a free flight.
Mm-hmm.
It's almost an hour flight around the circumference of Detroit,
Okay.
except if they have a football game or baseball downtown, they can't fly over downtown. It's against the rules say you can't do that,
Right.
because they think you're trying to bomb something.
Okay.
But they fly, they see the whole city from the top of from up in the air,
Mm-hmm.
and which is a good sight.
Yes.
And I imagine the guys in New York, where they fly at, they see it all from up in the air.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a nice sight to see. You got that. You got pilot training out there. You go through pilot training. It's
When you say pilot training now, is that pilot training for young folk?
for young folks. For young, and there's some old folks out there too.
Are they able to get their license?
Yeah, that's what it's for. You get this is your first step.
Mm-hmm.
You get your license. When you come out of there, you get your license. Because the class lasts, I think it's 7 to 8 months.
Yes.
You got a control tower operator.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of people, you got a job where you make $150,000 a year and you don't need a college degree.
Wow.
But it's a job that's nerve-wracking.
Mm-hmm.
Especially if you're serving the Air Force, like LaGuardia, something like that in New York or Chicago.
They're very, very busy.
They're always busy. Atlanta, Dallas, they stay busy 24/7.
Mm-hmm.
They got crew chiefs, training to be a crew chief. That's what I did.
So you have to have time when you're in that type of position to de-stress yourself away from that job, because when you're on that job, you're on edge 24/7. Is that somewhat true?
Oh yeah. You always think about it. You think about, did I make a mistake or something like that?
Especially if a plane is
Right.
yes.
Then you got kids, people that train for drone. You get a drone get a license. You got to have a license
Mm-hmm.
for just entertainment, or else you can have a license for to go into business.
Mm-hmm.
We had one kid that graduated, it's been over a year ago. He got hired by Walmart
Okay.
to run their drone program.
Mm-hmm.
22 years old. Started him out at $82,000 a year.
Wow.
And that's for a young kid, that's a whole lot of money. I wish I had made that when I was a kid.
Hey, I can tell you some of other folks who were seniors would say 82. I'll take it.
Yeah, all right. That's good money. And he's just getting started. And I also work with the Tuskegee Motorcycle Club. They don't have anything to do with we talk to each other, but they work with a lot of kids. They just taking some kids out to Selfridge Air Force Base to the Air Museum out there.
Yes.
You spend a whole day out there. In fact, I went with them because some of the aircraft out there I worked on.
Okay.
And I go out there with them, and I tell them what's what about each one, so they'll know.
Now, let me understand. Is there a Tuskegee Airmen chapter in all of the city, states, or is it just limited to a certain amount of states or places?
I think there's 48 now.
48 chapters?
Yeah, I think it's 48. They started one in Africa.
Oh.
It's up. I don't know if it's up running yet. I think they're gonna have one in Romotelli, Italy. That's where during the war the Tuskegee Airmen was their home base. That's what they flew out of Romotelli.
Wait. Could you repeat that again? Did you say that the home base for the Tuskegee Airmen was located where?
In Romotelli, Italy. Romotelli, Italy.
Well, I'm going to tell you, coming up, we just thought that when we heard or interviewed or saw them interviewed, we just thought that they were the last pocket of the Tuskegee Airmen itself. We didn't realize that there were Tuskegee Airmen stationed chapters around the United States.
Right.
And now I'm hearing outside of the United States.
Yeah, Dominican Republic, there was 4 guys from the Dominican Republic which was Tuskegee Airmen.
What?
Yeah, they're all dead. The last one died last year.
But because the chapter was there, it still continues even though they are deceased.
I think it's still going. I'm not sure.
Okay.
Right now, because I haven't really keeping up with it.
Right.
But they got the biggest ones in Compton, California. And they got chapters in a whole lot of cities. They got 2 chapters here
Okay.
in Michigan. And
2?
One in Bloomfield, the Jamaican chapter in Bloomfield, and the Tuskegee Airmen chapter in Detroit. Now,
What you're doing here, Bill, is letting folks know that when we hear about the Tuskegee Airmen, we're not talking about a small number of places and or groups of folk, which is, I'm sure, everyone else's minds. They only think when they hear the Tuskegee Airmen, they're looking at those who served as actual participants,
right.
and they're looking at the aging out of those particular ones, and the fact that with all of the Tuskegee Airmen that was in that class or in that group are deceased, that the Tuskegee Airmen Corps will only be left in the museums. Would you explain how that's untrue?
Okay, there's still some Tuskegee Airmen alive. Colonel James Harding, he's 100. I think he just turned 104 years old.
Wow, we'll give him a hand. Yes, sir.
He's still living. He lives in Denver.
Okay.
There's Sergeant Flowers. He was an aircraft mechanic. He just turned 110, and he lives in Texas. And they closed on his birthday. They closed the whole town down, closed everything down to celebrate his 110th birthday.
110.
110.
My goodness.
Got a couple more guys that's 105. As I guess one is 105, 104. There's a few more. It's not very many left, because a lot of guys when they got out the military,
Yes.
they didn't tell anybody to Tuskegee Airmen because they were treated so bad.
Talk to them about, because we talk about the harshness that the Vietnam veterans received in America. not only from white folks, from black folks too. Could you tell us about that treatment of the Tuskegee Airmen that we now salute and hold in such high, pristine loyalty in terms of respect? In truth, how were the Tuskegee Airmen treated when they returned home, and why would they not want folks to know that they served as a Tuskegee Airman, sir?
What Colonel Jefferson told me,
Say in that microphone, please.
Colonel Jefferson, well, let me tell you about him. He started out, well, he was a fighter pilot. He got shot down on his 18th mission. He spent 9 months at a concentration camp.
Okay.
Now, when he got off of active duty and came to the States on the boat, he looked down and everything looked normal. When he came down and got off the boat, there was a sergeant down there that said, "White's this way, Ian's this way." And they marched him off into doctors. Might as well have been doctors.
Right.
But they kept him. They weren't able to participate in the festivities downtown. All the big parties and everything.
Yes.
You don't see any blacks in there at all. All you see is whites.
The Tuskegee men who had served and were legends, quote, for how they protected these aircraft bomb carriers,
Right.
came back to be treated like roaches.
That's right. Them Harlem Hellfighters, they were led to an open field and they had to remain there
Oh my God.
while all the festivities and things going on. And, it was just,
Can I ask you a question? Did this leave, as we hear now about a lot of the persons who came back from the Vietnam Wars, led them to become stone cold, tremendous alcoholics,
Correct.
stone cold, drug addicted persons who came back and just had difficulty staying in their right mind?
correct. To me, the Vietnam War was a war that we shouldn't have had, in my opinion.
Oh no, yes, your opinion is like I had a bad knee, quote, when it's draft time. I had a bad knee. Medical doctor, I played football, and got me, from not having to go.
Yeah. But, yeah, a lot of men died over there. In fact, at the Heritage Park out in Taylor, Michigan, they had a replica of the Vietnam Wall with all the names on there.
Yes.
And a lot of people died. I had a couple of pilots on there that I knew.
Yes.
And there's too many people. A lot of blacks died out there.
Yes.
It was a war. They were ill-equipped, and the general down there, I didn't think much of it.
Can you come back to just one quick quip from you, just quick thought? Can you explain and then come back to where you're thinking right now? Don't lose that thought. Don't go that senior moment on me, okay?
Yeah, okay.
Can you explain to folks how important and why it's important to have these names on these walls and what people reflect and go to these walls? Why do they do that?
Pay respect. That was the whole thing about. You want to pay respect to them.
Mm-hmm.
Well, some of them were friends, comrades, close buddies, relatives, and things like that.
Yes.
Like I say, I had a couple of guys on it that I knew.
Yes.
I went there to find their names and make sure it was them.
Yes.
And all the I only knew pilots on there, but I respected those guys.
Yes.
They were after my boss and everything. They were my seniors, and we worked together all the time, different places.
Yes.
Couple, some was white, some were black.
So it didn't matter whether they was black or white.
Yeah, it
they were
didn't
your
matter.
friends.
Yeah, they were my friends and the ones I worked with.
Yes.
So I just wanted to see their names to see if it's true.
Okay. Now, would you go back to what your original thought was, where you were going with the person that you were getting ready to speak on?
Oh, the general over there?
Yes.
The general was in charge And I can't think of his name right now. It'll come to me.
Okay.
But I don't think he was very good.
Mm-hmm.
Because when I was in Vietnam, all I did was work.
Yes.
We worked 18, 19 hours a day.
My God.
And this was a lot of days in rows. Aircraft come back all tore up. We got to get it ready to go out the next day.
Yes.
And sometimes it might take 18, 19 hours.
Yes.
And then you had to go back and recheck it
Mm-hmm.
again to make sure things are done right.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And I had one guy. They had a place. I was at Tan Son Nhut Air Base. It was near Saigon.
Mm-hmm.
Down in Saigon, you had a place called Seoul Alley. In Seoul Alley, you get anything you want down there. You got the money.
Yes. Now, when you say anything you want, kind of describe what the people was wanting at that time.
A woman, you want to get somebody killed, somebody beat up, anything.
Mm-hmm.
It was.
Get your drugs and everything.
I got plenty of drugs. I got a friend down that worked for me.
Mm-hmm.
He went down there and spent the weekend with this woman.
Yes.
And right now, he's in he can't leave the hospital. He's been there all his life.
Caught a disease.
Caught a disease
Yes.
that really messed him up.
Yes. Yes.
His body's all swollen up,
Yes.
and his private parts all swollen up.
Mm-hmm.
And
So we came when our men came back, and everyone wants to know what was wrong with Daddy. What was wrong? Why he act like this? Why is he so? Why does he freak out behind certain things, etc.? Could you give us an understanding of the mentality of the men who came back and they looked normal, and they could act normal for a period of time, but they had that demon inside of them when they would think about some of the things that they had to do while they were serving over there in Vietnam?
But you didn't know who was who, first thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's like here in the States, if a Vietnamese come over here, you don't know Southern from a Northern.
Right.
And the same thing over there.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of the people from the North infiltrated the Southern part, and they would kill the GIs. GIs come in, they thought they were friends.
Yes.
You never knew who was friendly.
Mm-hmm.
The women were some of the worst, from what I understand. That they used to be with the guys. They used to have razor blades in their mouth,
Wow.
and they would kiss these guys and they cut them up. They're little kids.
Yes.
They hated you too. They want money, and that's why when Lieutenant Kelly had ordered these guys to kill those people over there.
Yes.
Well, some of those people are the people that go shoot you.
Yes.
If you don't shoot them, even though they're kids,
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
13, 14 years old.
That's why I was speaking about the children, because I happened to have worked with a guy who had served over there, and one day he just freaked out, and and as he was freaking out, he talked about the things, that he saw and the things he had to do, and the women he had to kill, and the children he had to kill, and et cetera, and in fact, he was going to attack our supervisor, and we had to restrain him, and he ran off.
Mm-hmm.
And we never saw him again. We went to his apartment looking for him. He never even ever came back to his apartment.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, a lot of times you're always on alert.
mm-hmm.
You don't know who's gonna shoot you, who's gonna come out behind a tree, and it's a lot of stress.
Yes.
And sometimes those guys are out in the field too long.
Well, I just wanted to let people know that the story is a broad, B-R-O-A-D, is a broad story of the military. And we also had an opportunity to talk about some of the myths that have been associated with the Tuskegee Airmen. And we have a gentleman here, 33-year veteran. And we didn't get into the other half of his life. I'm going to have him back once again. But family, Bill, would you say your last goodbyes to your friends, your family, and associates, please?
Okay, thank you, everybody.
Look the other way.
And you know, you're looking at me. It's just especially my daughters. My daughters always asking me, "We never see you speak." But this time they get a chance to see me speak, and let them know. They know most everything I've done anyway. And my thing is, I want to keep the legacy of the Tuskegee alive.
Yes.
That's my main thing I want to do, because it was something that was so great, and all these guys here, they did the impossible.
Well, we're going to let them know that right now you have put them into perspective right now. But family, this has been the Talk Beat Jones. Once again, I am Billy E. Jones. Remember, we're on the air every Wednesday live from 10 to 11. Also, you can watch us on Sundays on 105.2 from 4 to 5. Family, we love you. We respect you. We appreciate you. Don't forget, send that cash app, because the legacy of this television station is to go on and on and on. Mr. R.J. Watkins, Mr. Henry Tyler, and the general manager, Ms. Maxine Willis, is working tirelessly to make sure that you get nothing but the best. Tune in to that 15.2 and you'll see what really black television is really about. I am your guy, Billy E. Jones. We love you, respect you. And again, my daddy is 94, and he's also a military man. Love you. Bye-bye.
You don't have to go anywhere, because this is the Talk Beat Jones. And
Thank you.